Hello everyone, today I'm going to be talking about these 50-cent rolls for pennies. So, I have gotten these penny rolls, not these pennies, a couple of months ago as a gift from one of my friends because I happen to have an insane amount of pennies. So these rolls just make my life easier by making me more organized and having a more structured way of counting of all those pennies I've saved over the past couple months. For the texture, it's very cardboardish. It's definitely not the best. It's another thing, it's very light. Once you fill it up with pennies, it's not very light, I'll tell you that much. Once you get 30 of these rolls, it's quite the opposite of light. You could go lifting weights with that, but otherwise, yes, this is very light by itself, very durable, and very robust as well. As I don't know any proper way of putting all the pennies, but one way I do it, if I can get the camera, is you just find an opening and then open a hole, and then what I do is I just take these sides and just fold them in together to create a little hole for the pennies. And then once you start filling up the pennies, then you just press even more along the holes just to make the back part completely invisible, so you can't see any more pennies. And then do the same for the top part. It's quite self-explanatory actually. It looks more complicated than it is. As far as the quality, it's a very nice print, but the fact that it's cardboard, the way that they printed these pennies out, it looks really beautiful. Very beautiful, a lot of charisma, a lot of charm. A lot of charm in it. Well, I got this, as I said, I got this from a friend who happens to work at the company that makes these. And it's a very nice company based here in the US, in Southern California, where I'm currently living at. And the way they do it, it's very interesting. I've checked out videos from my friend where he showcased how they do it. It's quite cool, honestly. The printing and everything, a lot more work than anyone would think of. For giving this a gift, I definitely recommend these for anyone who has an insane amount of pennies. So you could be a store, give this to anyone who owns a store that deals with money, a lot of change possibly. This would be a lifesaver. Anyone who wants to have a makeshift gym can use these, stack 30 of them, and oh boy, that thing starts to get some weight to it. As far as I know, these are the only colors it comes with. It's not very creative, but if you really wanted to, you could definitely customize this if you know what you're doing. It's not very hard. I just don't see the point as to why you would want to. As far as showcase, let me actually bring in one of the stacks I have filled up. Just to show you, this is what it looks like, the difference. Very spot on. I will say, in real life, it's definitely not as bright as how it shows on the camera. On the camera it looks very bright. In real life it's not that bright. So this is the way I covered it up. Okay, so the hole I was talking about. As far as the weight of this, it's not that heavy. But let me bring out my incredible roll of pennies. Pardon that it's in a strawberry case. And this right here has some weight on it. I have to put, this has 40 pounds in it. So it does start to get heavy after a while. Like I can barely pick it up with one hand. Like, just to show you guys, I have to put so much effort into it. There you go. Whew, that's quite a load there. Oh, that's heavy. Yeah, so if you support American-made products, this is a great way to support, on top of the fact that the design is very nice. I honestly love the design. I can't get enough of it. While I do wish it was actually as bright as it shows on the camera, for some reason, it shows way brighter. That's just a minor detail. I mean, it serves its purpose. That's the main part why you'd want to buy this, is to serve its purpose. You know, most people who buy them, they're not really looking for to make it look cool or anything. It's already cool as it is. As far as refrigerating, you do not need to, as far as packaging, you do not need to do anything with it. You just put it in a safe place, tie rubber bands around it, or something, just so it can all hold. See, it holds very well. This is about 20, and if you compress it, it doesn't take up a ton of space at all either. What I do, and I've never had a problem, another thing is, I've never had a problem with these rolls breaking or anything. And they've been through a lot. A lot of just fell with actual stacks on them, and they've never broken, so very big kudos. For the price I got them for, it is honestly, it's been a lifesaver. I recommend these specific ones to anyone who needs it.